欢迎来到上海。您现在正在收看的是2016英雄联盟季中冠军赛。
that all these players are competing for here at MSI. A beautiful one at that.
Also getting a glimpse of the crowd right now. If you can even hear me at this point, they're loud. These guys are loud.
The regionalism, you can feel it extremely strong here in the crowd.
Well, there they are. One massive shot. Two best of fives that will determine our MSI finalists. Each match is single elimination, so there's no second chances. But of course, you do have those 5 games to play.
Except those 5 games.
Except for those 5 games, right? Of course.
Our state
You'll be fighting with the rest of your region for a party IP weekend. As you can see here, Turkey has surged ahead of the pack with Europe and Korea rounding out the top 3. So there's still time to make move a game off the other is what makes this matchup very interesting.
Yeah, and I think just to also jump a bit quickly back to Kreppel's point here, the thing about RNG, and the reason these games were so close is because RNG is so extreme in what they do well and in what they do poorly. Because we look at team fighting, we look at individual skill, and we give them almost a 10 out of 10 in everything. But then we look at the vision, we look at the macro play, we look at some of these decisions they make as a team, like lack of game plan in the late game, and we have to take that much lower and give like a 4 out of 5 or something like that, where SKT is a more well-rounded team who can match along the way on a lot of the points. So when RNG gets that early lead, yes, there might be
Faker versus Xiaohu. Xiaohu looking like a rock star in this tournament. Faker looking minorly off kilter.
Yeah, it's been one of the really interesting points as we always keep returning to it and we keep bringing it up. But at this point, I feel like maybe, since Faker has done so much, he's conquered pretty much all of League of Legends, done almost everything you can do in this, except get an MSI trophy. And at this point, you have to start to wonder, this guy is taking armor pen runes on his ear. He's making these mistakes that we don't normally see from him. Extending a lot is something he's kind of done before, but more mistakes than we would expect to see from a player.
And they're treating themselves like the underdog now and want to really take that next step.
Yeah, and now we're into the pick and ban. Obviously, the 2 games that they had during the group stage were incredibly long and incredibly close. And we spent over an hour trying to figure out the picks and ban strategies from both of these 2 teams. Already we're seeing a Maokai and an Alistar ban, which seems very strange because we had these as the 2 highest priority for RNG to first pick, so we actually don't know what's going to happen at this point.
And I kind of think that means they don't think there will be a jungle pinch coming out, which is what we expected out of SKT, so maybe look for that Nidalee to be the pickup that Lupa does grab for his jungler there in MLXG.
Exactly, but what we actually have is a top lane target ban. Maokai, Echo, and Poppy have pretty much been the 3 top laners that these guys have played throughout this entire event. In fact, Faker will be going with the mid lane Fizz. The lane dominant matchup for the top lane would be in Looper if we get standard lanes. In fact, these lanes do look a little bit swung in RNG's favor, especially with the Nidalee. But that Fizz going to take a little bit to wrap our heads around.
That's going to be interesting. It was interesting because during the middle of this tournament, SKT had shied away from playing Assassin mids, went back to the Azir and Ryze, the Lulu, the Zillion, back on Assassin down for Faker.
And it looks like both teams do want to focus on opening up the map a little bit more because both top laners currently have teleport as their summoner spell of choice, something that the LPL love doing on LeBlanc, and now SKT from Korea are replicating the same on their Assassin mid laner.
Yeah, in 51 games this year, Faker's played Fizz once. So it is in his pool. Every champion is in his pool, but it's been very scarcely used.
Unsurprising that Fizz is in the champion pool here. I feel like that's his natural place to be. And yeah, as long as summoners don't change, double teleport on the double Assassins mid. Again, atypical, you talk about that being very normal for Chinese League of Legends. Well, we're here in the country, so I guess no big surprise here.
Yeah, they just changed the one on the LeBlanc, so.
Okay. Yeah, as we get ourselves through the rest of the picks and bans, the coaches shake hands and get off stage. It's now up to the 10 players on the Rift to get themselves into this match. Game 1 of the best of 5. Tweet at LOL Esports, hashtag RNG winner, hashtag SKT win. If you're rooting for China or you're rooting for Korea, we are ready to... Doesn't buy the time. That means Faker's teleport means absolutely nothing. He did it from base, but he's going to have a really slow walk back and might lose a full wave. And now Looper says, no teleport, no problem. Let's go back for the fight. Duke low on HP, still no flash. Looper's going to flash to catch him, and that's a solo kill. First blood for Looper. And I gotta say, I really love what Royal did in pick and ban. I'll talk about it in a second as the fish comes into Xiaohu. Knocking in the air, good damage from Faker. Bangs ulti, Blanks does, and that's a kill for Faker in the mid lane. But here comes MLXG. Ovation a hop to get away, but a flash pillar from Looper is gonna take him down. Looper holds all the kills of Royal.
Faker's top.
And
this could be troublesome.
Looper has popped ulti on a Duke. He's got plenty of stats, but he's still getting whittled down by these champions. Faker jumping around, but low on mana, and Looper just does not care. Finally. finally
Can he
starts
get
moving
him?
the health bar. The Graves only comes in, the Wish as well, and it's a 4 versus 3 people behind him. Looper taking up the damage and doesn't even care because look at this turret going down. RNG swapped the dual lane back.
On you. Or Faker goes in and makes a play.
They go in on MLXG. The wards were there. Nice and an SKT, but Xiaohu goes
MLXG
back
coming.
in. Tanks a shark and maybe bit off a bit more than he could chew.
Just
kidding. They're going to take down Faker through the Wish. Now on to Duke, and his duchy is going to belong to China. As Duke goes down, Mata roams up. A double kill for Looper.
That is the type of fight.
SKT Faker's in, he picks up Mata. There's a teleport in for Duke. This could be that turnaround
all on
fight.
Looper.
They're looking for Looper. That Trundle is tanky, but he will be going down a 2 for nothing. SKT.
Teleport from Duke right now, so they're going to continue to force down. If they do kill it very quickly, this has got to be the fight, but it's not like they prepped it hugely.
Their
Sudaka,
one way
no Poppy.
in is the Sivarol. That's gone. We'll see if they can get it.
They got it. That's the Baron. Blake flashes forward just to get caught by the Braum ulti. Now Bang in the bad spot. Pillar catches him and he goes down to Xiaohu. The teleport is late from Duke. It's a 5v4, but he sends Looper away. 4v4 for a time. Now Duke taking plenty of damage, stunned up.
They
Makes
got
the
Wolf.
pass, but Wolf goes down. Xiaohu on a killing spree, and the chase in for Duke. A nice slow, a flash away from MLXG. Faker.
Enough damage to take him out.
Yeah, RNG commit pretty hard
Front line under a turret.
on that first turret, and Looper doesn't have ultimate here to beef up his front line either. Great Zhonya's timing by Faker as well, and with the front line down, SKT's very easily able to run at them.
Down that bot lane,
Duke.
minion way, but Duke a bit far forward, taking plenty of damage, but he's going to stay alive for now. Here's the tackle on the front line. Mata a bit low. Duke dangerous as well. Mata has to run out. Faker pops the Zonia's. Looper has GA, but he's very, very low. The slow tags on, and they're going to chase in a blink. Can't quite kill him off. Bang has to flash away from a Trundle pillar. Mata stops it, and has to kill an MLXG, but they trade back on a Bang. Whoosh has to kite out, and Faker gets him. A 2-for-1 to SKT, but the top lane is taking a lot of damage thanks to the minion wave. Blake is out of mana, and here comes the damage up, but Faker's out of mana as well. They just can't fight back, but here
They might get
comes
H, though.
Duke. They want Xiaohu, and I don't think they can get the Nexus, so here comes the damage up, but there's the shutdown. It's Looper alone against the world, and can he get anything else done? He is trying to win by himself. The one-man